Kia ora te whānau. Ko Vivi ahau. I'm Vivi. Also now putting myself down as a spirit-led little Kiwi girl. So I feel like I've been led by the spirit all through my life. Literally. I've got a story or two and I'm working on that in my book. So I don't have to repeat myself. I don't like repeating shit that's gone on in my life. So I'm going to just start this video off with some of the comments and some of the message that people have sent it out to me since I left my job last month. Well, yeah, just under 3 weeks ago. A lot of people asking, what are you going to do now, Viv? What are you doing? I thought you liked mining. I thought you loved mining. I loved it until I didn't. I loved the people. It was my little dirt box where this little girl can go and play for a couple of weeks and then get paid freaking shitloads of money. Compared to New Zealand, yes, you do get paid good money. People. So this brings me to this video. So I've had a few questions about how to go about getting into the mining. First, you got to commit. Nothing easy in life is freaking easy in life. You have to put the yards in. You have to go take that leap of faith. Take that journey. Sell off everything. Face your mind journey. The mind plays shitloads of games. So whether you come in, whether you're home getting into mining or whether you're already in Australia getting into mining. Mining is not hard, but it is. Even you know, the old saying, who you know, it's who you know in any job. If you want to get a job anywhere, you can get a job in anywhere. You just need to know those right people. Mining, I'm not that person, but I can tell you how I got into mining, and it wasn't easy. Actually, lots of rejection. But I'm going to start from the start. So I moved over in 2010, October. Biggest move I've made, biggest decision in my whole life that I did, other than when I first purchased my house and when I was 19. That was another big decision. This one was a big decision because my marriage crumbled. I lost my kids. I think I gave up on myself and I hit the all-time low where if I couldn't have my kids, no one's gonna. So I packed my kids into a car, and they all know this story. So I've always been open to sharing parts of myself. Don't like to do it too often. You've probably heard this story. Packed them all up in the car. Said that midnight, had a bottle of wine. Said that I was going to give them some ice cream. Turned right in Timberi there. And my youngest girl, Aroha, said, Mum, this isn't the way to ice cream. And something went like that. Right there in my head. What the F are you doing, Viv? What happens if you survive and your baby doesn't? How are you going to feel? What happens if these kids of mine were born for a purpose, which they are? Yes, they are. Everybody's born for a purpose. So, turned around, no ice cream, obviously. We went home and put them to bed. I was like, that was a stupid idea, Mama, we'll take you tomorrow. Next day, my sissy said, why don't you move here to Australia? Yeah. Okay, sissy, I'm coming. And I packed all my stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, I was very much part of the church, and the church had provided a house, fully furnished, 4-bedroom house in Timaru, so that I could have my children. But I had no purpose. My children were my life, 24 hours, 7 days a week. And then when I'm only allowed to have them part-time, and they came with rules and what they can eat and what they can't eat, and I couldn't provide what they could eat and can't eat, I felt a bit hopeless. So I took the plunge. I moved over here. Came over here as a Zumba instructor, was still a Zumba instructor in New Zealand. Came over here, not having any money, hit the ground running, went into hospitality, went all over Sydney with hospo, and getting knocked back heaps. It was part of the journey, yeah. And then I got a job. I think it was 25 an hour, 20 and a hand an hour or something like that. But it was gold, man. I was loaded, and then I got offered Zumba classes that I used to do all over Sydney, and turn gym classes from 5-10 people to almost 50 to 100, whatever you could fit into the room. Was a what do you call it? Waiting list. But I needed that over a period of 3 months, and then get wrapped up into somebody else, and so wrapped up in someone else. But that whole purpose of that story is that I had so much shit going in my mind that I couldn't do something. I bite the bullet. So the first thing to get into mining or taking your next step of where you want to be, and ask yourself your question. Why you want to do it. It's the biggest thing. Why I needed to move over here is because I did not like what I was going to be if I stayed in New Zealand. I didn't want to be another statistic on the benefit raising my 4 kids. I didn't have that choice anyhow because I didn't have my children. They were taken from me. But that had nothing to do with anybody else, but that was a life that I had signed up for. One day you might get that. That's the way I view it. Do not get me wrong, my children are my life. I will do anything for my children. And that was one of them, because if I stayed on in New Zealand, I could see myself backing down, going down a downhill spiral, and end up like a few of my other cousins that just top themselves, that cannot deal with this thing. So I'm prone to being depressed. I'm prone to having all these mental issues. We all are. It's just some people need somebody else to tell them what to do. Well, my mama did not raise this girl as that. So the question was how to get into mining. If you're in New Zealand, cousins, family, first thing is you need to have at least a buffer. You need to get your behind over here. You need to sell everything you have. If you got no money and you think you can come here and get that money will fall on your lap, it doesn't. I've lived on noodles. My son's lived on noodles when he did it himself. It's not easy, and that's why so many people end up back home, and so many people make it through. So ask yourself that question. My next video is I don't even think I'm going to post this one.